Emperor, he will become a powerful ally. Vacuous, waving his hand, he will join us or die. Emperor, he will join us or die. Vacuous, waving his hand, you will give me a raise. Emperor, not on your life. Vacuous, damn. Ext. Dayglobah, short creature's house, night. A heavy downpour of rain pounds through the gnarled trees. A strange Baroque mudhouse with neo lights saying home of the big Willy Jedi Master shining bright Indiana the night. Int. Short creature's house. R2, peeking in the window like he was O.J. Simpson spying on Nicole and Ron Goldman, sees inside the house. A very homey and dreary home. The short creature is in another area his kitchen I would imagine, cooking up a meal fit for yoga. What the hell is his species called anyway? Marcus, look, I'm sure it tastes just like Chef Boyardee used to make. I just don't understand why we can't see yoga now. Short creature, patience. O young and eager student of infinite knowledge. For the Jedi it is time to eat as well. The wise Jedi once said that the power of the mighty falcon is discovered from how he spreads his wings. Marcus, with an incredulous look on his face, what? Short creature, with a wide-eyed grin and holding one finger upwards, exactly. Heh heh heh. Marcus shakes his head in disgust and starts to move through the very cramped quarters, which we as the audience still don't have a clue as to how he got himself inside the house in the first place. He sits down near the fire and starts to mess with the creature's pet snake. Marcus, how far away is yoga? Will it take us long to get there? Short creature, not far. Yoga not far. Patience, O weak-minded perverted child of a Tatooine slave, soon you will be with him. Tasting the food from the pot? Phew, spitting out what he tasted, arrrghh. Needs some more flavor. He pulls out from his little short pouch a small 16-ounce bottle of Jack Daniels and begins to pour the liquor in the pot. Yeah, now we're finally cooking. Why wish you become Jedi? HM? Marcus, up until this point, I really didn't have any idea what was my purpo. Oh, now I know. Mostly because of my father, I guess. Short creature, your father. Powerful Jedi was he, powerful Jedi, The wise Jedi once said concerning your father that he was faster than a speeding bullet and more powerful than a locomotive, but he was still able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Marcus, that's not my father, you nitwit, you've just described Superman. Short creature, with the same wide-eyed grin, holding one finger upwards exactly. Marcus, sounding really pissed off, listen, Shorty, how could you even know my father? You're bright at SS, don't even know who I am. Short creature, be calm, for I do know who you are. Marcus, oh you do? Well, this I gots to see, who am I then? Short creature, an impatient little whining at shoal. Marcus, screaming and lunging to grab the short creature, you little troll. I'll kill you, wasting my damn time, like this. The creature turns and escapes Marcus' wrath. He runs to the opposite side or the room. He speaks to a third party. Short creature, irritated, I cannot teach him. The little BA D has no patience. Been there's voice, he will learn patience, but didn't I tell you he was a winner? Yoga, much stupidity in him, like his father. Marcus, oh my god, your yoga? Yoga, lighting up a cigar and taking a puff, in the flesh, punk. Been there, finally appearing in his dead man's spirit form sitting next to Yoga, was I any different when you taught me? Voice in the air, in all actuality, you was worse. Been there turns to see another form materialize right next to him. The image takes the form of. Been there, in total shock, holy. Ligon. What the hell are you doing here? Eligon's ghost, laughing, I have returned to give you some support, my young Padawan. Been there, excuse me, Didn't we just had a conversation in ANH Humorous thread that I said if I continue to help out Marcus then you would never bother us again, ever? I don't know, I believe. EXT Asteroid Cave Millennium Fountain. The Millennium Fountain continues to lie low. Int. Asteroid Cave Millennium Fountain Cockpit. The cockpit is quiet and lit only by the indicator lights on the control panel. Princess Lee is in the pilot's seat, painting her toenails. Hey, it's been a slow day. Suddenly, something outside the cockpit catches her eye. She peers out the window, trying to see something, when a large sucker attaches itself to the window. The young princess screams and bolts out of the cockpit. Int. Asteroid Cave Millennium Fountain Hold Area. Hans is finishing wiring under some of the panels. Stinkio, sir, if I might venture an opinion. Hans, no. Look, I don't care how many times you suggest it, I'm not going to put the self-destruct on standby just in case. Lee rushes into the cabin just as Hans drops the last floor panel. Lee, there's something out there. Hans, where? Lee, what do you mean, where? It's in the frickin' cave. As she speaks, there is a sharp banging on the hull. Chunky looks up and moans anxiously. Hans, I'm going out there. Lee, are you crazy? Hans, I just got this bucket back together, I'm not going to let something tear it apart. Lee, well at least take your glasses. Hans, leaving the ship, I don't need glasses. EXT Asteroid Cave Millennium Fountain. Hans steps cautiously out of the ship, blaster at ready. It is very dark, too dark to see what is attacking the ship. Hans, ground sure feels strange. Doesn't feel like rock. He squints and looks around. Seen from his vision, the ship is nothing but a big gray blur, and the ground is a big lighter blur. Hans, can't see anything in here. There is a soft chittering sound. Hans follows the sound to one of the treads. Sitting on the ground next to the tread is a small, furry blob. Hans squints, but can't make it out. Hans, what the oh, it's a bird. Poor little birdie, you must have gotten hurt. He picks it up and bundles it in his coat. Int. Asteroid Cave Millennium Fountain Hold Area. Lee and Chunky regard Hans as he steps in the door. Lee, did you find it? What was it? Hans, look what I found, everybody. He holds out his coat, revealing a very angry Minnow with a full set of very sharp teeth. With a squeal, it leaps out and latches onto Chunky's ankle. Chunky, roof. Lee, what the hell are you doing bringing that thing in here? Stinkio, good work, Master Hans. I'll go get some more. Chunky, row rough rog row hug. Translation, get this thing off my leg. Hans, hey, back off, it's just scared. He leans down next to Chunky's leg, come on, birdie. Nice birdie. Let go of Chunky. The Minnow regards Hans for a minute, then lets go of Chunky and bites down on Hans' hand. Hans, ooh-ow. Kill it, kill it. He starts banging it against the wall. Hans, kill it. Kill it. Lee, Chunky, grab him. Chunky grabs Hans and pulls him over to the door. He manages to get the Minnow off and tosses it out. Lee, good riddance. Hans, yeah, but look what he did to my. The Minnow flies back in the door and lands on top of Hans' head. Hans, kill it. Lee, damn it. Chunky, grab it. Chunky pulls the Minnow off. Lee takes out her blaster and takes aim. Lee, pull. Chunky tosses the Minnow, and Lee shoots it in mid-air. Suddenly the cave lurches, sending everyone swaying. Hans, wait a minute. He pulls out his blaster and shoots the floor. The entire cave lurches again, this time much more violently. Lee, oh, brilliant idea. When the cave starts collapsing, shoot it. Gosh, why didn't I think of that? Hands, this is no cave. Int. Millennium Fountain Entry Area. Hands, Lee and Chunky all head for the cockpit. Lee, the Empire is still out there, I don't think it's wise to. Hands, I was not elected to watch my people suffer and die while you discuss this invasion in a committee. Lee, I am not a committee. They race into the cockpit. Lee, conted look. Hands, I don't see a thing. Lee, put on your damn glasses. Hands, all right already, puts on glasses, oh my god, this is a giant space worm and it's closing its mouth conveniently slow enough for us to just barely escape. Let's get out of here. Wait, I just remembered Emmett, Wildstyle and Batman board my hyperdrive. We're doomed. Lee, you idiot. You don't need a hyperdrive to fly out of a creature's mouth. And we do have a hyperdrive, it just doesn't work, remember. You told me you got tired of waiting for them to give it back to you and you bought a new one on Patootie from Plateau at Plato's Junk Emporium. Hands, oh, that's right. They fly out of the worm's maw, unharmed, which snapped shut behind them 5 times faster at least than how fast it was closing to let them out. Plot convenience. EXT Dayglobah Day. With Yoga strapped to his back, Marcus climbs up one of the many thick vines that grow in the swamp. This is rather difficult as he is doing this while trying to carry 3 heavy paper sacks filled with groceries. Yoga, run. Yes, a Jedi's strength flows through the Force. Let it give you power, strength, speed. Marcus comes to a panting, gasping halt. Marcus, I need a break, just for a minute. Yoga, no. Rest later. Melting the ice cream is. Marcus, Master Yoga, I don't mean to question you, but how is doing your grocery shopping going to make me a better Jedi? Yoga, later will I explain it. He pulls out a list and crosses something off. Now, to the dry cleaners must we go. Marcus, but Master Yoga, why? Yoga, no, there is no why. Now hurry, close at 6 they do. He digs his heels into Marcus' back. The young Jedi yelps and glares at Yoga. Marcus, why did you have to wear spurs? Yoga, part of the training it is. Only when paying a Jedi can ignore can peace he be at. Pause. Marcus, what? Yoga, just go. He swats Marcus with his jimmer stick. Marcus, no, I've been running errands for you all day, and all you've said is that the Force gives me strength. Now I want some useful information, or you can kiss my ass goodbye. Yoga, sigh, very well. Told you of the dark side, have I? Marcus, interested, dark side? Sounds cool. Whack. Yoga, cool it is not. Easily they flow, quick to join you in a fight. Marcus, is the dark side stronger? Yoga, no. Quicker, easier, more seductive. Marcus, then why am I wasting my time learning this light side bullsh ***? Yoga, consume you it will. Marcus, really? Yoga, well, metaphorically speaking. Marcus, how am I to know the good side from the bad? Yoga, you will know when you pick up my dry cleaning. Now go. Marcus, what? I knew it. You're just making this stuff up as you go along. Yoga, no, nothing more will I teach you this day. Marcus, I knew it. Yoga, my ass you kiss, streetwalker. Disgusted, Marcus turns away and sits down. After a few moments, he senses something is wrong. Marcus turns to see a huge dead black tree, its base surrounded by a few feet of water. Giant twisted roots form a dark and sinister cave on one side. Marcus, there's something not right here. I feel cold, death. Yoga, told you to wear a jacket, I did. Catch your death of cold you will. Marcus, no, it's something to do with that tree over there. Yoga, that? Looks, oh, that. That place is strong with the dark side of the Force. A domain of evil it is. In you must go. Marcus, why? Yoga, look, wanted to learn about the Force you did. Dry cleaning you do not wish to get? Then into the cave you go. Marcus, what's in there? Yoga, only what you take with you. Marcus, why would I want to see some dirty clothes, a blaster, a pack of gum and an old bright saber? Yoga, just go and get it over with. Marcus, fine, fine. He starts to buckle on his blaster. Yoga, your weapons. You will not need them. Marcus, yeah, sure. You don't need a cord when you go bungee jumping either. Yoga, your attitude. You will not need that either. Up your ass you stuff it. Marcus buckles on his blaster and enters the cave. Yoga, have fun, sucker. Int. Dayglobah Tree Cave. Marcus moves into the almost total darkness of the cave. The youth can barely make out the edges of the passage. Suddenly, he rounds the corner and comes face to face a man who looks incredibly like Hans, wearing a leather jacket and a battered fedora. Marcus, what the dash? Hans. Indiana, Hans? I don't know what you're talking about, kid. He looks behind him as a loud rumbling noise fills the cavern. He yelps and runs off screen, followed by a huge rolling boulder. Marcus, what a strange scene. A moment later he is nearly bowled over by a group of knights being pursued by the hideous black beast of Arf. Arthur, run away. Marcus, okay, now this is just getting weird. He narrowly jumps aside as a six-fingered man runs past the screen, following by a sword-wielding Spaniard. Inigo, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Whack. Ow. Marcus, stop doing that. Sorry. Just trying to add some cameos. Marcus, yeah, we get the picture. Can we get on with it, please? Fine. Suddenly, at the edge of Marcus' vision appears. Marcus, this better be good. Would you let me handle this, please? At the edge of Marcus' vision, a shadowy figure steps out, revealing. Marcus, this better not be another cameo. It's Darth Vacuous, numbnuts. Marcus, oh. Pause, crap. Got that right. The menacing Sith Lord steps out of the shadows, his immense bulk dwarfing the puny Jedi. Marcus, I'm not puny. You are now. Marcus, oh, nuts. Vacuous slashes with his bright saber. Marcus parries, and counters with a swing that decapitates Vacuous. Marcus, hey, that was easy. So much for puny, huh? Oh, there's more. A muffled explosion blows away part of Vacuous' face mask, revealing Marcus' face. Marcus, what? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's symbolic. You're fighting yourself. Marcus, oh. Suddenly, Vacuous grows another head. Marcus, what the hell dash? He swings and cuts it off. Another one appears with a pop. Marcus lops it off, only to have it replaced with another. Marcus, grunting, I suppose this is symbolic of something too, right? Nope. This is because you whacked me. Marcus, punk. Marcus continues to swing, and is soon knee-deep in heads. Last edit, January 7th, 2022 at 6:18 p.m. by Brent Koivapolo 888. Complete a major scene. Love is sacrifice. Brent Koivapolo 888. Administrator. Grand Inquisitive. Just got a cat named Galadriel. Posts, 3,446. Member is online. July 21st, 2021 at 7:08 p.m. Post by Brent Koivapolo 888 on July 21st, 2021 at 7:08 p.m. EXT Dayglobah Day. Yoga sits waiting outside the cave. He hears a strange noise and looks over to the entrance, where Marcus is dragging himself out, bruised and bloodied. Marcus, made it. He hears a noise behind him, and turns around just as a huge avalanche of heads pours out of the cave, burying him. Yoga, whacked the author you did. Not a smart move. EXT Space Vacuous Star Destroyer. Vacuous Star Destroyer moves through space, guarded by its convoy of bowtie fighters. Int. Vacuous Star Destroyer, Bridge, Control Deck. Vacuous stands in the back control area of his ship's bridge with a motley group of men and creatures. Admiral Pyatt and 2 controllers stand at the front of the bridge and watch the group with scorn. Pyatt, bounty hunters. We don't need that scum. Controller, sir. Pyatt, talk about your low-life bottom-dwelling scumsuckers. Why, they couldn't find a ship if it jumped up and bit their leg. I'm surprised they managed to put their armor on right. Controller, sir, Pyatt, truly they are the worst of the worst, the most thug-like cretins to ever disgrace the galaxy with their presence. Controller, sir. Pyatt, what? The controller points behind him. Pyatt turns around to find himself face to face with the meaning-looking alien you've ever seen, complete with fangs, horns, claws, and a gun that would make Arnold's rats and dash, however you spell it, shriek and run like hell. Pyatt, yes? The alien holds his stare for another moment, then bursts into tears. Pyatt, what the hell? Alien, you don't have to be so mean. He runs off sobbing like a little girl. Meanwhile, Vacuous sits in a folding chair with a clipboard on his lap. The group in front of Vacuous is a bizarre array of galactic fortune hunters. One of them, a slimy, tentacled monster with 2 huge, bloodshot eyes, steps forward as Vacuous calls his name. Vacuous, looking at his clipboard, sorry, but I'm afraid you're not quite what we're looking for. Next. BORSK, no, wait. I have other skills, too. Vacuous, such as? BORSK, hang on. He clears his throat and pulls out 3 thermal detonators. Can any of the other bounty hunters do this? He starts juggling the detonators. Vacuous, not bad. Anything else? BORSK, still juggling, you bet. He clears his throat and begins singing, clang 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 went the trolley, ding ding ding. One of the other bounty hunters sticks his foot out, and Borsk trips over it. One of the detonators goes flying into the crew pit and explodes. Vacuous, looking up from the clipboard, what was that? BORSK, hurried, nothing. Nothing at all. Well, you have my number, I really need to get going now. Ta. He bolts from the bridge. Vacuous, next. The next bounty hunter jumps forward, a huge gun held in front of him. Disintegrator, I am the disintegrator. I hunt down my prey, then I take my disintegrator cannon and... Vacuous, sorry. No disintegrations. Disintegrator, none? Vacuous, nope. Not even one. Sorry, we need them alive. Next. Mumbling, the disintegrator walks away. The next bounty hunter, Bubba Fett, quickly tosses his disintegration gun over the edge. Bubba, I am the survivor. Yes, all of my victims survive. I've never killed a single one, and I certainly won't kill yours. Vacuous, interesting. Tell me something. Suddenly, Pyatt rushes into the scene, saving the author from having to finish it. Pyatt, my lord, we have them. Last edit, September 8, 2021 at 5:03 p.m. by Brent Koivapolo 888. Love is sacrifice. Brent Koivapolo 888. Administrator. Grand Inquisitive. Just got a cat named Galadriel. Posts, 3,446. Member is online. July 21st, 2021 at 7:14 p.m. Post by Brent Coivapolo 888 on July 21st, 2021 at 7:14 p.m. EXT Imperial Star Whacker, the Avengers Asteroid Belt. The Millennium Fountain speeds through deep space, closely followed by a firing Imperial cruiser. Int. Millennium Fountain Cockpit. The ship shudders as flak explodes near the cockpit window. Stinky-O is seen with both hands clasped together. Stinky-O, our Father who art thou in heaven. Chunky barks excitedly at Stinky-O as the rain of asteroids begins to subside. The fountain is hit hard by another bolt from the Star Whacker, which creates a huge explosion. Int. Millennium Fountain Cockpit. Hans corrects the angle of his ship. Hans, all right, let's get the hell out of here. Are you all ready for light speed? Everybody in the cockpit, hell yeah. Hans, 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 2/8 to the fourth power, 2 times 2 = 4, what comes after 2? Lee, yelling in Hans' ears loudly, will you get on with it? Hans, 3. Hans pulls back on the hyperspace throttle and nothing happens. Flak bursts continues as the bolts hit the fountain even harder. Hans, Houston, we may have a problem. Chunky is very angry and starts to growl and bark at Hans, calling him every name in the Wookiee dictionary. Hans, the transfer circuits are working, it's not my fault. Lee, almost expecting it for 10,000 Republic dactories, can I get 3 guesses as what's wrong and the first 2 don't count? Hans, in a nervous and frantic voice, it's not my fault, baby, honest. I didn't know that this was gonna happen. I mean, you seen me when I was fixing the ship. I think maybe there was a fire, yeah, that could be it, a fire, or the ship was invaded by little green men from Mars. Stinky-O sabotaging the controls in a jealous rage. A terrible flood, a plague, a tornado, my dog chewed the controls, locusts, it wasn't my fault, I swear to God. Suddenly a loud beep flashes on the control panel, Hans jump back to answer it. Billy Bob Thornton, Hans? Yes, this is Billy Bob Thornton speaking to you from the set of Armageddon. We've just done a computer analysis regarding your horrific situation, and we came to the conclusion since you've lost your main rear deflector shield, if you get hit one more time on the back quarter by the heavy firepower of an Imperial Star Whacker, then I'm afraid that you're done for. Lee, in a nervous voice, what do you mean done for? Billy Bob Thornton, ma'am, this is a slang term that we use in NASA to describe what is known as a Millennium Fountain global killer. Hans, looking upwards, please God, don't let this be worse than it sounds. Billy Bob Thornton, that means if the fountain gets hit by another blast, then I'm afraid nothing on or in the ship will survive, not even bacteria. Lee, what do you suggest we do? Billy Bob Thornton, in a deadpan voice, I suggest we bring in Bruce Willis, the best deep core driller in the galaxy. Other than that, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell. Stinky-O, then let's get this Bruce Willis person. How can we reach him? Billy Bob Thornton, I've spoken with Bruce just a little over 30 minutes ago, and he won't be able to make it. Right now he's filming Universal Soldier 4, you can't die no harder than this. Listen, Ben Affleck is online too, I gotta take this call, let me know how your situation turns out, if you survive it, that is. Stinky-O, yelling in a panic-stricken voice and losing his cool in the cockpit, oh that's great. That's just great, man. Now what the are we supposed to do? We in some real pretty now, man. Lee, grabbing onto Stinky-O's face, covering his mouth, with a calm but pissed off look on her face, are you finished? Hans pauses for a moment, makes a decision, and pulls back on a lever. Hans, turn her around. Chunky barks back confused. Hans, I know that my crack use has shifted into overdrive chunkalunk, but I swear this has nothing to do with that. Turn her around. Stinky-O, this is madness. The odds of surviving a direct assault on an imperial star whacker are 7,800,000,000 2 decades 300 to 1. Surrender is a perfectly reasonable alternative. The umpire could. Lee knocks Stinky's head off. It clatters to the floor. Hands, thanks, sweetheart. Int. Imperious Starwalker Bridge. Needy, they're moving into attack position. Sound the alarm. Piot, ROTJ, TFA, TLJ. Needy, Wada? Piot, other Star Wars movies featuring small ships assaulting starwhackers. Needy, what the H*** is Star Wars. Oh my, they're out of range of our scopes. Track them. They may come around for a second pass. EXT Imperial Fleet Space. The fleet around Vacuous Starwhacker now includes Needy Starwhacker, the Avengers. Int. Vacuous Starwhacker Bridge. Captain Needy slumps down, then falls over on his back at the feet of Darth Vacuous. His body is almost lifeless as he is near death. Needy, at the end personally I never wanted to join the Empire. I wanted to join the gasp rebel scum. Dies. Vacuous, apology accepted, Captain Needy what? What did he say? Guard, very nervous, I think he said that he really wanted to join the rebels. Whack. Vacuous, pissed off, I know what he said you nitwit, I was just speaking rhetorically. Get this stunted slime away from my sight. Two Imperial guards pick up the lifeless body after Vacuous kicks him about 5 times and carries it quickly away as a very nervous Admiral Piot and 2 of his captains hurry up to the Dark Lord. Vacuous, I tell you Piot, good help is so hard to find nowadays. I'm so pissed off I'm just looking for an excuse to crush someone's throat into little tiny pieces of cartilage, and then for the fun of it, kidnap his whole family including the dog, put M in front of a firing squad and tell M hey, guess what? You all been select to help test the Imperial's new 9mm explosive tip caseless, standard light armor piercing rounds. And when the young child or old lady in the group speaks up and say please don't kill us, this is a PG film. I'm going to say ha 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 ha, you and George Lucas them the breaks, kid. Survival of the fittest, baby, and tell M to let the bullets fly. As a matter of fact, I want to know who was in charge of hiring this **** Needy. Probably some admiral or something. Oh man, I hope I find out soon, 'cause I can't wait to get my hands on his throat. Status report, Piot, Admiral Piot? Admiral Piot's body is literally shaking violently with massive beads of sweat running down his face as he is also standing in a puddle of his own you-know-what. Piot, with a frightened expression, Lord Vacuous, our ships have completed their scan of the area and found nothing. If the Millennium Fountain went into lightspeed, it'll be on the other side of the galaxy by now. Vacuous, alert all commands. Calculate every possible destination along the last no trajectory. Also alert the U.S. Marshals Department. I hear that Tommy Lee Jones really knows how to track down these scum-sucking lowlifes. Piot, yes, my lord. We'll find them. At those words, a captain standing next to Piot slaps his forehead with his hand as if to say, damn, how can you be so stupid? Another captain just solemnly shakes his head. Piot finally realizes that he should not have even uttered those words. Vacuous, as he puts his gloved hand on the side of Piot's sweating face, you know, Piot, in a galaxy filled with incompetence, morons and it is so refreshing to find that one man can still make a difference. A man like you, who understands the bleak and dismal penalty for failure. A man like you, who knows that if you up, you can kiss your life goodbye, and feel good in doing that, 'cause you knew from the start what would happen. He is now gesturing, a man like you, is so hard to find. I am glad that you won't fail me, Admiral, other than that, he slaps the face of Piot twice, keep up the good work. Piot, did I say that, sir? What I meant to say was, I think we may be able to find them, sir, Lord Vacuous. Vacuous exits as the Admiral turns to an aide. The aide only looks at him as the two captains continue to look around the room. Hyatt, in a choked, crackling voice, alert, Aram, alert all commands. Deploy the fleet. Guard at the side on post, silently to himself, thank God, I'm just a low-level lackey. EXT